Tadej Pogacar is one of the greatest cyclists the world has ever seen, able to ride on any terrain and practically always be a favorite. But today I will be looking at his specialty, the mountains, and see if I can somehow keep up even just a little bit. Now in the Tour de France 2024, Pogacar broke record after record and put up some numbers that seem practically unreal. But my question is, how fast is Pogacar exactly, and can an average guy keep up with his world record breaking pace? Today, we're gonna find that out. I will first be attempting to ride Pogacar's world record watts per kilo on plateau beille, which was roughly 6.9 watts per kilo. Which, if you didn't know, is insane. And he held that for 39 minutes and 49 seconds. Okay, so I'm on Swift, making the custom workout. And now I need to find out exactly how many watts I need to ride. 90 kilos times 6.9. Bro, 621 watts. How long did what are you expecting? 20 seconds? That's a sprint. That's a sprint, brother. God damn it. Look at how this looks, brother. I've put it to 10 minutes because I'm sure I can last 10 minutes in 621 watts. Of course I can. Come on now. If I last 10 minutes, I think I win. I just win life, really. For anyone who watched the previous Alpe Swift video, I've improved quite a lot since then. Both just in general, but also because I've got actually like cycling shoes, and also I've raised the pedal a little bit. Those things help tremendously, actually. We got the warm-up in zone 2, zone 3 and zone 4, just to fully like get the legs moving. I feel like that's how I start riding better. So these watts, but times a little more than 3. I am so screwed. And yeah, then it was time to see how long I could last at Pogacar's world record pace. A minute. Just a minute. Oh. If you ever question how hard cycling is, especially the Tour de France, try it yourself. That's insane. That's insane. Probably technically doesn't count as a minute, but I'll take a minute. Damn it. Yeah, that was very short, wasn't it? But of course, weight is a factor. I'm around 90 kg, Pogacar's around 65 or so. So where he had to do around 450 watts, I had to do around 620 watts, which is a little different, right? So now we'll take the weight out of the equation and see if I can last even just a little bit longer. Yeah, it not much of a difference is there. I could use the excuse that my legs were tired after going at, the previous pace, but Pogacar was riding the Tour de France doing this, so I don't think I can really speak much here, can I? No. But to end it off, I'll be attempting to ascend the world famous mountain in the Tour de France, the Alpe d'Huez, or as it's called in Swift, Alpe du Swift. Now Pogacar climbed it in around 39 minutes, so that's not going to happen. But I'm attempting the goal that basically any cyclist who hasn't done it yet has in their mind, to get the sub 1 hour mark on the Alpe du Swift. Can I do it at 89 kilos? Let's find out. The real one knows I've been here before. I'm coming back from a surgery and an ankle and knee injury. This is my first actual ride, well, first actual Swift ride. I've ridden outside on my bike, but not in here with the setup. If I can get less than 67 minutes, I think I'm happy. Of course, I'm aiming for an hour. I'm getting sub 1 hour, but I'm gonna try and start off at that pace, around 3.2 watts per kilo. And if I go down, I go down. But I'm aiming for gold. So like I mentioned, I started off going at a high pace, aiming for that 1 hour, well, sub 1 hour mark, even though I knew it was probably not possible, because to get this up 1 hour mark, you need an average watts per kilo of around 3.2, and my FTP last time I checked, before the injury and all that happened, was around 3, which is of course not enough. Now, like I mentioned, I have ridden outside on my bike, which is of course a different thing, but I've still gotten into the routine, a little bit of riding on my bike. So at this point in time, I'm not in the best shape, but I'm the type of guy that's like, go big or go home. I go for gold or I don't go at all, okay? I don't go for second, I don't go for third, we go for first place every single time we try. Now, everything didn't go according to plan, because around 2 kilometers in, I realized that my phone was low on battery. And my bike, heart monitor, everything is connected through my phone, through the Swift companion app, and onto Swift. So if my phone died, everything would stop working. Thankfully though, the bike is in the basement of where my mom lives, and she was home. So I just called her and asked if she could, come down, plug it in, because I couldn't myself, my charger was in my bag. And she came down and plugged in my phone, and I was like, thank you, and then I could keep riding, thankfully. Because that would have been horrible. And just like last time, it was getting really hot down here. I mean, I had a fan, the window was open, but it still just gets really hot, doesn't it, when you ride? So a little water over the back and stuff, and yeah, that helps a little bit, maybe, I don't know. Halfway, kilometer-wise. It's when you gotta dig deep. Let's say, sub 65 minutes. You wanna know, difficult, but let's give it a go. The final half of the climb, I didn't really say a word. I was just locked in, focused, trying to get as high, as many watts as possible. The average watts were pretty decent at this point for sure. My heart rate wasn't completely through the roof. I was keeping everything at sort of a point where I was almost burning myself out, but just at the tip where I wasn't completely burning myself out, you know what I mean? And so at the very end, the sub 1 hour was very close, but it pretty much seems out of reach. Regardless of what happens, I knew I just wanted to give the performance of a lifetime the final kilometer. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. I was actually close to an hour. I don't feel as bad as last time. Last time, very clearly, the heat and lack of liquid got to me badly. I don't feel nearly as bad, but always like the final 500 meters, I'm like, just see red. I see red now. Just a little over 3 weeks ago, I sprained my ankle and twisted my knee. So I was in bed for like a week. I just didn't walk for a week. And I'm back here now, doing a 62-minute Alpe du Swift. I had fun. Well, it was horrible, but I had fun. So hopefully you did too. And I'll see you next time. Subscribe and take care.